What's up, guys? Gonna be teaching you how to deal with Mario Fireball and similar moves, right? Things like the strategical, really any slow moving projectile. But, you know, of course, focusing on Mario, this absolutely busted move here. And the thing about all these options I'm gonna teach you is you need to mix in all these options to deal with it. You can't just pick one or two, because Mario can always do something like this and be like, oh, I read your option, and just punish whatever you do. But with these said, there are a few tricks you can do to deal with that move better. What's up, guys? You might be saying, damn, Dabuz, I want some personalized advice from your freaking ridiculous galaxy brain. How do I get that? Check out the Patreon. For $5 a month, you can once a month send me a short clip, and I will look at the clip and give you some feedback, some analysis on that one. And if the clip is awesome, it might even become a YouTube short over here. Just throwing that out there. Check out the Patreon. If you want to support this channel, peace out. A lot of these types of projectiles have very low damage. Like Mario's Fireball is 5 damage, right? Meaning if you can trade, like with a transcendent projectile, that's amazing. See, I take 5, I deal 10. Super good trade for me. Wolf Laser, Rob Laser, pretty much lasers, or just some other way to trade damage, it's almost always worth it versus Mario. Another answer is, while shielding versus these is kind of bad, if you shield this, Mario can run up and grab you and pressure pretty easily. However, parrying is very easy to do versus slow moving projectiles because the timing's super consistent, right? And especially when they're slow moving, and it lets you deal with a lot of the follow-up pressure. You're not gonna be out of the situation for free. Mario can still chase you after the parry, but especially with like the small amount of iframes after a parry, you can use that to kind of mix up offense and defensive options. Especially playing around what you think the Mario wants to get is important. If you have like grab combo percents, you might want to swing because they're gonna go for a grab. Oh, then maybe they're going for an up air. Maybe you do this and then you like dash back and bail the up air, right? That comes down to like knowing the matchup and the opponent you're fighting. But that's the idea, right? Is you shield this, you're under their pressure. You parry this, you're playing like a mix-up game. Another good answer is just jumping out of the situation. So most characters with these slower projectiles for setting up approaches tend to not be good at chasing people. Once again, Mario, Pikachu, perfect examples of this, where it's like their lack of hitbox size and not super fast mobility in the air, at least, means you can just kind of jump away from them, especially when you have platforms to work with. So not interacting in spots you're not comfortable interacting is huge. These projectiles, they're meant to like cover space and let Mario approach, right? But they don't actually have a big hitbox a lot of times. So a lot of times if you know someone's gonna do like a setup projectile, you can just be like, all right, you're gonna do this projectile, jump and hit them. There's oftentimes a decent amount of not so much end lag, but startup lag. Mario Fireball takes 17 frames to come out and 49 total frames. All you have to know if you don't know frame data is that it takes about a quarter of a second to come out. It takes almost a full second for the move to finish. You can even like kind of jump towards them, and if you see the Fireball, you commit to the attack. If you don't, you can back off, because these characters tend to not be great like following up, as I said, not very chasing people. Also, if you have a good lingering move, using lingering moves or even just attacking through the projectile is pretty good. If like say you have like this back here is good, right? Because these projectiles, since they're weak, they lose to a lot of attacks. It's mostly applicable to aerials, because if you do it with a ground move, depending on the move, like you might enter a lot of clank lag. Like jab, very low clank lag, but you still kind of like in that bit of lag, and I don't think Wolf has it. But if you have a strong enough move, you can even call the Fireball approach out with like a forward smash to straight up punch through the move and have a big hitbox come at your opponent. This is definitely hard read. This is something I don't commit to often, but like when you're really confident, that's good. Oh, and also if you have Projectile Reflector, that's pretty decent. Definitely depends on your reflector though. All those are options that are pretty universal to dealing with these really broken, absolutely carrying, disgustingly powerful projectile moves. And as I said before, the trick is mix up all of these. Hope this was helpful. Peace out.